We have the five-time world champion and the legend of chess, Vishy Anand, on our screens. He's going to take on the current world championship challenger, Javokhir Sindarov. What a great clash this is going to be as Sindarov enters in playing for the top board of Uzbekistan and Vishy representing Chess United. This will be something well worth watching as a legend of chess meets the to be legend of chess. And you could see there, by the way, Vishy had a nice smile to his face when he shook hands with Javokhir. Javokhir adjusts his pieces, he's a bit late to the game and opens with pawn to e4. Vishy knows that his opponents are really well prepared, and so the openings that he chooses are often well analyzed. He goes for the bishop c5 line in the Italian, and Javokhir plays knight to c3. Knight comes out to f6, pawn comes to d3. And now Vishy goes pawn to d6. He plays this very steady and solid line with complete symmetry, and Javokhir goes after Anand's bishop on c5. Vishy plays his bishop back to b6, and Javokhir makes a square for his bishop to go to a2, which means that white will have a bishop pair h6 played to stop bishop g5 ideas. Javokhir also plays pawn to h3, and now Anand can castle here. He plays queen e7 though, maybe preparing bishop to e6, so that when your opponent has the bishop pair, it's a good idea to trade off one of the bishops, and he does exactly that. Sindarov takes, queen takes e6, and black already seems to be having a very nice position. Pawn to b4 played, trying to gain space on the queen side. And what will Vishy do? Castling seems like a natural idea. He castles here, and Javokhir also castles. I'm always curious about whether black should take the d5 break in such positions or not, and Vishy says not really. He brings his knight back to d7, and I think he's angling for the f5 move. Knight goes to h4, and now knight to e7. Queen comes in, offering a trade of queens, and Anand goes knight f6, saying to Javokhir, if you want to take, be my guest on g6, on e6. But Javokhir comes back, queen to f3 played. And this time Anand making square for his bishop to drop back to c7. Javokhir takes it, knight b6, a b6. It seems somehow that Javokhir is playing quite rashly, he's trying to control the f5 square, but Vishy is such a class act, he breaks in the center. He tells Javokhir that maybe playing this rash style won't really work. g5 played. And now pawn takes e4, pawn takes e4, and you can take here on g5, because otherwise g takes h6 is strong. So takes, bishop takes, and maybe Sindarov wants to take on f6. He wants to control the d file. Beautiful move by Vishy, attacking the bishop on g5. Now choice, you can take and put your knight on f5 when the queen can move, or you can bring your bishop back. He takes on e7. Anand takes back, queen takes e7, and knight jumps into f5. You can see the confidence with which Javokhir is making his moves. I mean, it can be quite intimidating, but you can see Vishy is not only having a good position, he's also ahead on the clock. And now knight g5 could be an idea, attacking h3 and e4. He goes queen g3. And look at Anand, he's a bit surprised. Knight g5 is a nice little move. Thinking here, taking some d8 square perhaps, also not such a bad idea, but f4 is the plan. He goes knight g5, attacking e4. You have to defend it. Rook f e1. Is this tactic possible? Rook e4, queen f5, maybe e5 pawn hangs, but rook f e8 is such a nice move. Anand goes rook d8, taking the open file. I mean, rook e8, the idea was that you take and then take on f5, and the e5 pawn wouldn't be hanging. Javokhir goes king to h1, tucks his king into the corner, and now Vishy can enter rook d2. He can even play knight e6, going to f4, but he takes on e4, and maybe this move is a little bit like, and Javokhir offered a draw. You could see there, he took on e4 and offered a draw. Vishy, if he takes on f5, rook e5, queen f6, and rook e1, black has good position. White has enough counterplay. Rook e3 is, rook takes a3 is possible, but black has these double pawns. Vishy is trying to see if taking a draw is the right result or not for him and his team. He's focused. He's not accepted the draw immediately, and this is a key moment. Will he take a draw or not? Oh, he accepts it. And well, one can say that Javokhir wasn't able to pose any problems to Vishy in the entire game. It was a well played game, and maybe if Anand was a little bit more ambitious and not taken on e4, he could have posed even more problems to the World Championship challenger.
Freedom begins with a choice. In 2008, we made ours. Freedom knows no borders. Step by step, we became part of the global financial system. In 2019, we went public on NASDAQ. In 2024, we built a digital ecosystem. Fintech, lifestyle, telecom, everything comes together in one unified digital space. Today, freedom is a system that shapes markets. $2 billion in annual revenue, $9.3 billion market capitalization, 11 million customers, 11,300 plus employees, 230 offices worldwide. Freedom begins with a choice, and every day we make it again. Freedom Holding Corp. One ecosystem, many possibilities.